We always try and bring you something a little different on this channel from time to time, and behind me here is exactly that. This is the Van der Valk 34 metre called Lady Lene. So she is a full custom aluminium yacht on a fast displacement hull. Means she has a top speed of around about 18 knots. She's powered by a pair of MAN 1650 engines, but really it's all about long range cruising. So at 12 knots you can do over 3,000 nautical miles on board this boat. It has fuel tankage of about 30,000 litres, and then that nice long range fast displacement hull makes the most of it, so you can cruise at any speed between kind of 5 knots and a maximum of 18, but 12 is really her sweet spot. So quite an unusual design on board, and we're going to show you a full look round. So let's walk up the gangway. You can see it's extended all the way back here, but really nice broad passerelle, and there's a good reason for that, because this boat is entirely wheelchair accessible. So really unusual to find a boat of this size that you can get around absolutely everywhere on a wheelchair. So let's just have a quick look down here first while we're at the stern, and we can jump in. You can see this is access to the engine room. Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry. Hi, it's a crew access. Do you mind if I have a quick look? Of course. You're very kind, thank you. Lunch is being prepared by the looks of things. This is where the real action happens. What I'm really hoping to do is have a quick peek at the engine room. Is that possible?
I think so.
Fantastic, that's what I really want to see. Thank you so much. So here we go. Let's have a look at the engine room first. Here are those two MAN V12s. So not a huge amount of power for a boat of this size and weight, but then it's not about trying to push it through the water at extreme speeds, it's using them efficiently. So you can see they are tilted back, straight shaft going back underneath the boat, nice and simple, really beautifully done. Look at all that fuel tank valve systems. You've got the day tank, the forward tank, so you can absolutely keep them all separate, balance them out, feed them through to the day tank when you need it, and keep those huge reserves well balanced, keep the weight nice and even. Look at that, all the toolkits for the captain, big generator down there, almost certainly another one the other side. There we go, there's another huge generator, and then the hydraulics here, so that's great. Keep that all separate. Let's come back out. You can see, look at those racks of washing machines, and then really good crew area through the back. I'm not going to be too nosy down here because I think that's a little bit intruding on their privacy, but you can see there's cabin 2 there, cabin 3 there, and access back up through there too. But we'll make our way back out to the stern. Thank you very much, that's really kind. I'm sorry to intrude like that. Oh. Push. Brilliant. Very gifted. Thank you. Right, let's go back up and start on the guests' areas. So huge big cockpit area up here, and that's what I mean about having everything wheelchair accessible. So it's flat decks everywhere, really wide walkways, and it just feels absolutely enormous. Got freestanding chairs here, lovely horseshoe sweep of seating there, big overhead cover, so lovely and sheltered, and then big dining table here, relatively narrow actually, but that again, that leaves big space, walk round either way. Obviously lots of storage under here, so you can have a quick peek under one of them, but you can see that's got chilled drawers in there and more chiller drawers. Absolutely huge space, and I think that is the access down into the second access down to the crew area. So rather lovely light feature overhead, very distinctive. And then you can see these two walkways that go up to the bridge, but we're going to go straight in through these doors here. So you can see they are all powered doors. Door open, that's the one we want. Ping, and up they open. Here we go. Oh, somebody's already filming in here, but I think we can probably work our way around it. So really nice chill space here. Again, these big walkways around either side. Just briefly work up here, but you can see a nice saloon seating area. We'll try and keep it quiet. And then move through to the dining space, and look at this. Now, the owner of this yacht wanted it to feel very much like a floating home from home. And you can see how that takes effect here. This is like a proper dining room. It's not sort of open plan, casual eating space. It's a proper formal dining room area, and yet really nice and light. And light, it's cozy, it's discreet, it's private, but look at that. And of course, everywhere space to get a wheelchair around the table. So quite an unusual, almost obelisk shaped table that means you can seat 8 there and still have space to move around. Big wine fridges either side. They're locked, not surprisingly. There's probably some rather nice wines and champagne in there by the looks of things, but lots of storage all around. You can see, look at how beautiful all that is. All the coffee cups, absolutely all the plates. So this is what I mean by full custom build. You can have absolutely spec it how you want. The whole interior, everything is up for grabs. So where the bulkheads are, how it all fits together, what the layout is, you can totally choose it yourself. Now, this is the main galley, and again, big double doors through from the main galley. You can see there is a pocket door there, so you can close it off if you want to keep it separate. One of the largest American fridges I think I've ever seen. Look at the size of that, absolutely vast. But super handy just to have all that chiller space. Really big oven, massive induction hob, knife racks. You get the picture. It's a really proper galley area, more a kitchen actually, and as with the whole of the boat, it really is a floating home from home. So there is crew access out to the side deck there. Door must be closed at sea, but you can also see there is day heads there. So again, easily accessible, lots of space around here. And let's go upstairs. No, let's go downstairs actually. I'm going to go back around there. Let's start on the lower deck. And one of the other features is that you can see there is an elevator here. So again, being able to access the entire boat by a wheelchair, there needs to be an elevator as well as the stairs themselves. But let's go down the stairs. So this is the main guest accommodation. Now, interestingly, it has a double owner's cabin. So there is an owner's cabin down here, and there is an owner's cabin up on the raised deck. And the reason for that is in certain sea states, it's more comfortable to be downstairs, low down in the hull. And so the owner of this has spec'd 2 owner's cabins. So if you come around here, that's the access from the elevator. You can see there's a desk area here, even a little coffee machine and coffee cups. And then through to the owner's cabin itself. Now, full beam owner's cabin, masses of floor space all around it. Again, everything wheelchair accessible. Lovely big bathroom area that actually forms part of the cabin. So you can get in here. We've got the loo and then shower area over here. So really big cabin space there. All accessible, big hull windows. Really comfortable, and because it's in the lower deck, of course it won't roll around as much as it would higher up. Not that this boat is going to roll very much, it's such a heavy duty sturdy machine. So then moving further forward, we've got one big guest ensuite, big double, again big hull windows, lots of storage space everywhere you go, and a lovely ensuite bathroom. And I really like how they've done this too. Amazingly, this is actually a marble. It almost looks like wood because it's got this straight grain on it, but it's proper marble. And then lovely walk-in shower, massive rainfall style shower, and again that grain marble with different kind of textures. So you can see here it's ridged, here it's straight grain. The designer is actually an interior designer this is her first boat, but she's done lots and lots of private residences, and the owner brought her in to help design this and give it this lovely homely touch. So that's the starboard guest cabin, and there's a very similar one on this side. It is in fact a complete mirror effect of the same guest suite on the starboard side. This is the port one. Again, same ensuite cabin, big shower. And then moving further back, there is one more guest cabin here. This one is a bunk cabin. You can see 1, 2 bunks, but again ensuite, and again a proper walk-in shower. So this is the smallest of the guest cabins, but still very, very comfortable. So let's move back up through the boat. So we're back on the main deck now, and what we might do is make our way back around here, excuse me, and then go up to the raised deck. So this is the upper deck, and this is the other owner's cabin, and what a cabin this is. So come straight out of here, and then a huge dressing room area. So it's actually a dressing room cum bathroom. So you've got the kind of vanity table here, you've got the sink here, massive walk-in shower area here, loo on the other side, and again obviously the huge floor space. You can happily get through here on your wheelchair, no problem at all. And look at this cabin. You can see why you'd want to be up here. That extra elevation, windows all around, light streaming in, and of course access to your own private aft deck. Again, electric buttons, flat floor, and look at that. It's even been laid ready for breakfast. What a spot to have breakfast that would be. Fantastic. Again, totally flat decks, wonderful space, and a glorious view out over the stern of the yacht. What a wonderful setup. Storage in there. Okay, so that's interesting. They're clearly curtains that you can draw around and shield off this space, so that even if the weather isn't quite so lovely, you can still have a nice protected deck area. Let's pop those open again. Back through. And this is clearly where the elevator comes up through the deck, so that's the opening for that. And then forward on the upper deck is of course the bridge. So, and that is a very fine bridge deck too. Look at that. That is very cool. It's almost like an IMAX navigation system. So it is one huge curved, well, it's two huge curved screens that you can have displaying absolutely whatever you want. Fantastic view forward over the bow. You're well forward on the boat there. There's just a small foredeck right up front. Big vertical screens with wipers on them. Little navigation desk here. Everything you need, and of course access out onto that Portuguese bridge. We might just see if we can have a quick peek out there. So open that door. You saw those side decks earlier, and those side decks lead up to these stairs so that you can come and go direct to the bridge from outside on the side decks. And another nice touch, he's got these little wing stations either side, so when you're coming alongside and you want to be able to see exactly how close you are to the neighbouring boat or the dock, the captain can come out here. They even stick out a little bit so you can get a perfect view down the deck, and of course a full set of controls here. You've got the throttles, you've got little engine readouts, you've got those bow and stern thrusters, absolutely everything you need with perfect view. So whether you're coming port side to or starboard side to, there is a wing station on either side to let you do that, and they're both connected by this Portuguese bridge area. So lovely walk around Portuguese bridge, so the captain can easily walk from one side to the other, or the crew can make the same move. And of course there's another wing station there with exactly the same setup. Very, very good seamanship to have that. And then the tender is stowed on the bow area here. You can see there's a big swing arm lift that will swing round, pick it up, lift it out and drop it over the side. So the tender stowed forward here. There's even a proper ship's bell and a small wood. Go on, well, let's take a quick jump down, do a tour of that. Look at that. Very, very lovely setup. So what a great crew working space. You've got everything to hand, really nice deep bulwarks. These are shoulder height. I mean, look at the size of these. That is a really nice, safe working space. Big fair leads and cleats, and of course, all the anchor gear and that proper ship's bell. So, let's go back up, carry on round the side, back down these steps, and there we go. Make our way back down to the cockpit. There's a few people there, so I'm going to finish up here. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tour. I told you it would be something different, and it truly is. It's a really heavy duty, Dutch built, full custom yacht, fast displacement, really built for going places and in some style. And I really think the designer, the interior designer, has achieved that goal of building a floating home from home. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you on the next one.